I was talking with an individual that was going through a divorce, and it's funny how there are so many parallels in life to investing and trading. So I was asking this individual, I was like, oh, that's too bad. And, you could tell that they wanted to talk about it. And it's like, well, what went wrong? And they're like, it just didn't work out. We didn't have anything in common. And, we just got to talking. And and he was like, yeah, well, we're of different religions. And that was a problem. And, we didn't like the same movies. And she wanted to have kids and I didn't. And, even little things like, I like sushi and going out to eat, and she liked to stay home and cooking. And as he went on, is like they had absolutely nothing in common. No common goals, no common interests, no common hobbies. And then it didn't work. Not to say that there aren't opposites that can work together, but with this particular couple, it was like nothing aligned. There was nothing to create chemistry or cohesion. And, while I didn't judge him, I just wondered, I was like, well, what did you think? I mean, why did you get married in the first place? You made a conscious choice to enter this relationship, even though down the line, time would prove that there was nothing in you two's lives that should have pointed to you to getting together. Nothing but problems. Now, likely, I don't know, but he might not have given any thought. He might have been swept up with romance. Who knows why? I didn't get into that. But so often with the investments we make and the areas that we focus on as traders or investors, too often we just jump in to a style of trading or a type of investing or an area, and it's not a good fit. It's not a good match. There are so many reasons traders and investors fail that it behooves you to investigate some of the reasons they fell to avoid those traps. Now, I believe that one of the most common reasons investors or traders fail is because they lack a chemistry, they lack a passion with the investing area they choose. Now, let me describe this for a moment. Out there are numerous investing vehicles we have at our disposal. Now, the master investor, the all-knowing, all-seeing sage, will utilize all of these investment vehicles. They'll become master traders. They'll know when to put their money into long-term investing, when to pull it out. They have different markets around the world they can tap into. They have different sectors and industries within marketplaces that they can specialize in. You could focus on futures, Forex, regular trading, options, spread betting. The list goes on and on. Needless to say, we have a lot at our disposal. And within each of these mega areas of investing, there are different sub areas that we can focus on. Like Forex, for example, there are numerous currency pairs. Stocks, there are numerous sectors and industries, and if you're not familiar with that terms, it's like oil and gas or retail stocks or energy stocks or basic materials or automobiles or movie theater. It goes on and on and on. Different types of businesses within the stock market. So we have these broad areas we can choose, and we have different sub areas within each of these broad areas we can choose. But what happens oftentimes for a new trader or a new investor is either through an educational program or through a friend or whatever the means their interest gets caught and they have that initial fire. Well, they dive into one specific area. For example, their friend might be trading Forex and be like, oh, you should trade Forex with me. And maybe they get in, but Forex might not be the right fit for them. Long-term investing might be the right fit for them. Or trading options might be the right fit for them. And it happens all the time with individuals that try to manage their own long-term portfolio. There are like 44,000 stocks around the world, and with today's technology, it becomes increasingly easy to invest in just about any market you want around the world. And if not any market specifically, ETFs or indices related to that market. We have a lot of choices. And so what happens, these new investors, they simply start perusing and maybe pick a stock there, because they don't really have the education or the knowledge or the direction to focus them. And they might not have the success that they anticipated early on, so they give up. And this is unfortunate, because the same individual who might fail, if they focused in and found the right match for them, the right match might be oil and gas stocks. They might have like a passion for those type of stocks and a level of knowledge that they already inherently have. And if they would just stick to the right match for them, they might be incredibly successful, because they found the right investing match for their personality, for their knowledge, for their interest, and that passion develops into talent. And talent with experience develops into success. So you put time, hopefully, into the person you choose to date or marry. You put time into the career path that you've chosen, hopefully. Take the time to investigate the right investing area and the right match for you. What strikes passion? What interests you? For some people, will be trading. For some people, will be trading Forex. For some people, will be futures. For some people, will be individual areas in the stock market. For some people, will be specific countries, because they're fascinated by the stock market in a developing market, for example. But find what you're passionate about. Find the right match for your interest and skill set, and you'll be far better off and have a far better chance of succeeding. So align yourself with the investing area that fits you, and you might find a marriage that works very successfully for decades to come.